Greetings. Today I want to speak to you on the biggest trick that has ever been played on this planet. And this trick is whereby you have the masses looking externally for a savior. Billions of people are looking for a savior, a redeemer, to redeem them and to save them. And the reason why this trick has been so effective, it is because they make sure from a very early stage in life, they program your subconscious mind with the belief of an external savior, an external Lord and Master. But I'm here to say to you that you didn't born in this world with a religious and superstitious mentality. So all religion is out to capture you. All religion is about control. Therefore, if you are a free thinker and you're willing to think for yourself, then you would realize that everything is within. You would realize that everything is mental, everything is psychological. You would realize that everything was first a thought and everything was first an idea and everything was first imagined. And all of these different religions, they base on some book that has been written. And in these books, they are teaching you basically certain morals. And these morals and the other things that they are teaching you, they are actually teaching you what to think. They're not teaching you how to think. The same thing goes with the school system or the so-called educational system. It teaches you what to think, but it never really teaches you how to think. But I'm teaching you that you have to learn to think for yourself, and you have to allow nature to be your greatest teacher. If you look at nature, you would realize that before every religion upon the face of this planet, there has always been the sun. Because the sun is what powers all of humanity. And without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. Also, it is the sun that powers all of nature. And if you think more deeply, you would realize that the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. Because you would realize that without imagination, there isn't anything made that was made, and without the sun, there's no life and no light. And the Bible itself tells you about these two things. It tells you in Psalm 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun, a S-U-N, and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. Common sense will simply teach you that the Son has never withhold any good thing from all of humanity. And then it also tells you in St. John 1:3 that all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. But what they do, they make you believe that him is speaking of a man who existed 2,000 years ago. They make you believe that him is speaking of an outside savior or outside redeemer. But that him is just a personification that represents the human imagination. That is why every religion has an exoteric and an esoteric interpretation. But most of the time, the masses hold to the external, the exoteric, because that is what is given to the masses. And that is because they want to create a power differential. Okay? And so, my brother, my sisters, you're giving your power away when you look for an outside savior. The trick has been played upon you, because you see, this life is a game, and you have to understand how to play the game. And you can either play the game or get played by the game. So religion is to play you. Politics is to play you, and even the educational system is to play you. But if you understand how the game is played, then you will understand that you already born in this world with what it takes for you to be and to have whatever you desire in this world, because you're born without mental faculties. You're born with your will and your perception. You're born with your reasoning. You're born with your memory. You're born with your intuition. You're born with your imagination. You're born fully clothed in all your power and all your glory. And you have to allow your power and your glory to shine among humanity by tapping in to your ability, tapping into your creativity, and understanding that your real identity is your divinity. And you cannot do that looking outwardly. That is why it is impossible for you to live your life whichever way you want it to be without you change from this world way of conformity, whereby they want you to be conformed to the way the system can keep you limited. But I'm saying to you that you have to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And to renew your mind, you have to reprogram your subconscious mind to tap into the greatness that is within you, to tap into your infinite ability, to tap into your God self, your higher self, to tap in to the saving power that is within you, that will show you that the Savior is within you. Your redeeming power that will show you that the Redeemer is within you. It is you coming to self-realization, which is the only way of true salvation. So most people looking for salvation from the outside. That is why right now, as I reach out to you, the churches are filled with people who are delusional, who do not realize that between 2020 and 2022, there was no Savior to save them from the inoculation. And many of them bow to the system because of loans and mortgages. You see, it's only animals you can punish. Okay, and when they obey, then they will be fed. They will get food to eat. That's how you train an animal. People who train dogs and other animals, they train them that way. And so there is an actual human zoo. And in that human zoo, they carrying out experiment. I could have seen the experiment that would have taken place between 2020 and 2022. And all the people who bow to it. Yet, these are the people who is telling you that Jesus is coming soon. These are the people telling you to look on the outside for a Savior and a Redeemer. And the reason for that, it is because this is the biggest trick that has been played on all of humanity. This is the biggest trick that is taking place on this planet, is where you look externally for a Savior. But I'm saying to you, look internally, and you will discover that you are the power. You will discover that you are the answer. You will discover, as I said earlier, that your real identity is your divinity, and you will get rid of all false identity and live your life victoriously. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I want to thank you very much for listening to me, and I want to say to you, if you feel like how I am feeling, being joyous, bringing this message to you, and it really resonates with you, and you have a subscriber already, I really want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram and you like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me at BlackMadGuru. And I will also encourage you to get my latest book. It's called Spiritual Recipe for Better Living. And that's why I'm using reverse psychology to show you that the Bible is psychological and that it must be interpreted psychologically, it must be understood esoterically and metaphysically, because it all have to do with the human psyche. Therefore, I give you spiritual recipe so you can live your life sumptuously. Also, if you have never read the 66 Books of Magic, the Overcomer's Bible, I'll definitely encourage you to get it, because what I am teaching you is that BIBLE is basic inner belief, life eternal. It is you believing in your eternal self. It is you getting the instructions to operate in your eternal self, your God self. It's not what they tell you when they say it means basic instruction before leaving Earth. You're not going to leave any earth as in this cosmos. The only earth you're going to leave is your body when you come out of this body, because your spirit having a human experience, and your body is a house that keeps your non-physical self. That's your true essence. That's who you are. So if you feel strong enough to get that Bible, it's available, and Amazon. So you can get the New Testament, get the Old Testament, and you would see how that Bible have no Jesus. It has a blank space for you to write your name, which is I am. Because it's all about your spiritual autobiography that must be interpreted psychologically. Also, if you'd like to be a part of my Patreon community, you're most welcome, and there's a lot of information that's available for everyone. However, for those who are donating $20 or more, you have access to my course, which is called The Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously, and along with that is a bonus course on self-concept. So if you feel strongly led to listen to those videos, I'll definitely encourage you to do so. It's always good for you to invest in yourself. Also, if you like to have a one-on-one with me, or if you would like to be coached by me or mentored by me, you can reach out to me by way of email, and as long as we come to a decision, we can definitely work together and go deeper down the rabbit hole and expound more clearly on these things. Okay, it's definitely worth it. Also, just before I leave you, I just want to remind you that if you feel strongly led to support this work, that we have a PayPal and that the link is always down below. So with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.